Facciamo entrare la nostra ospite, lei è una fotografa, scusate, ucraina e oggi insomma si parlerà un po' della sua esperienza. L'intervista sarà condotta in inglese.
Ciao.
Hi
Hi
Valeria,
Valeria, nice to meet you.
Hi,
nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
E tra l'altro, piccolo aneddoto, Francesca e Valeria si sono conosciute quando Francesca è andata al Parlamento europeo a Strasburgo.
A Strasburgo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah,
How are you?
Valeria,
qualcuno già la conosce per TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, not only
You are
TikTok,
famous on TikTok.
not only on TikTok, also on Instagram. I spread information. I try to spread information Instagram and TikTok
TikTok tac,
about Iran.
like says Berlusconi.
Invasion.
Ok.
So Valeria, thank you for being here. We will conduct this interview in English, and then we will do some moment for translating what you say and also what we say. So it's very important. It's a pleasure to have you here because we mostly have young people in our audience, and we are on the side of the Ukrainian people. We support also the weapon support that now is a big debate in Europe, but it's not the same thing as if a young person like you that fled from from Ukraine, as if it's not the same as listening from you what happened to you, what's your story that represents the story of many young Ukrainian people. So if you can briefly say what have you done in the last year, and will be 1 year soon. So
Yeah, next
well,
month.
nice to hear it. And where you are now, actually, also.
So now I'm in London. It's my second month that I'm here. Time passes so fast. So what I want to say, 1 year ago when Russia invaded Ukraine, I spent 2 weeks in a bomb shelter with my parents. During this time, I post videos in social media in English language. It was a really nice coincidence that I post video in English language. Then I decided that it's impossible to stay there because I want to live, I want to survive. And I moved to Poland. Then from Poland, I moved to Italy. I spent 4 months in Italy. Then I moved to Germany. Then I decided to move to Ukraine for 2 months. And unfortunately, Ukraine is the best country in the world. But when you don't have electricity, when you don't have water, you don't have connection. I remember I take my phone, I go to balcony, I just try to find connection because I want to call to someone, and it's people continue to live there, continue to work, but unfortunately it was not like before. And then I decided that maybe I need to move to another country, and I always dream about London, and I decided maybe it's time, and I'm here.
Thank you, grazie. And I will translate. So io ho detto che noi come canale siamo vicini all'Ucraina, però chiaramente anche empatizzando con loro non si può capire cosa vuol dire per una ragazza di 20 anni essere insomma bombardata e aver subito un attacco. E lei ha detto che in questo momento è a Londra e lei, quando c'è stato l'attacco, è stata 2 settimane in un rifugio contro le bombe, ha cominciato a postare TikTok in inglese e questo gli ha dato una grande visibilità, però lei voleva sopravvivere e vivere, e quindi è andata subito in Polonia, è stata 2 mesi in Polonia, poi 2 mesi in Italia, 2 mesi in Germania, poi è tornata in Ucraina. L'Ucraina, secondo lei, è un bellissimo stato, però è difficile vivere in uno stato dove non hai elettricità, acqua, connessione internet, e lei si ricorda di quando, il periodo in cui è tornata in Ucraina, che ha preso un mezzo semplicemente per provare a chattare o a chiamare le persone, e le persone continuano a vivere, a stare in Ucraina, però non è la stessa cosa. Vai, Fra.
Ok, se posso fare una domanda su questo. I would like to ask you something about this, and what kind of hospitality is there in the various countries you have been to, and what differences have you noticed between Germany, Italy, UK?
So what I noticed that Germany and UK help a lot to Ukrainian refugees. Unfortunately, Italy this country doesn't give enough help for Ukrainians. In Germany, in the beginning of the war, Ukrainian people can use public transport for free. One time in a week, people can go to grocery store and take some free food, like nice free food, milk, eggs, bread. It what I did in Germany. In Italy, unfortunately, it was a big problem for me because in the beginning I was scared about my money that it can end, but I try to keep like I always try to economize money because I didn't know what can happen with me tomorrow. And what in Germany, how they treat Ukrainian refugees. For example, nice example, my brother, now he stays with a German man already for less than 1 year, and government pays to him, I don't remember how much, but less than 1,000 euro for him, for his wife, and for a daughter. They have baby. And also government pays to this man who hosts them. So government pays to Ukrainian refugees and to the people who help to Ukrainian refugee. And yes, and in the UK now, all Ukrainians who wanted to visit UK, they need to make a visa. And now this process is more easier than before, because before the war it was more harder to get visa to UK. And now I made visa for 3 years, like 6 days, and my visa is ready. What else?
6 days.
Yes,
Oh,
it was so fast.
Yeah.
Only 6 days. Even in Italy, I tried to make a bank account, and I decided like, no, I don't want to spend.
No, in Italy, it's a problem
Also for Italians.
for everything you want to do here. Also for Italians, it's a long time to wait, and it's a problem.
Why?
Okay.
What's the problem?
I know.
Problem. It's annoying. So just why I decided it's okay. Maybe next time, not today, not in this life. I don't want to spend my time here to make a bank account. Okay. And what else? What I wanted to say is that yeah, but I'm happy that Europe support Ukrainians with I guess it was everything, but I don't live with host family. It's not a special program. I'm just post stories that I'm looking for apartment, for room, rent. I can pay money, but I'm so happy that so many nice, kindness people exist in this world, and now I live with family, just with people. They don't use special program for Ukrainian refugees. They said to me, you can stay here in this amazing room where I'm now for a couple months while you can, during this time you can find apartment room, what I want.
Okay.
Quindi Francesca ha chiesto qual è la differenza di ospitalità nei paesi che ha trovato, nella quale è stata e che differenza ha trovato. Valeria ha detto che si è trovata molto bene in Germania e nel Regno Unito, cioè ci sono i trasporti pubblici gratuiti, il cibo è gratuito. Invece in Italia lei aveva paura di finire i soldi e quindi viveva un po' giorno per giorno. Suo fratello anche in Germania da 1 anno, sta con la sua ragazza e una figlia, e il governo paga 1.000 euro lui al mese, ma paga anche il tizio che li ospita, e in 6 giorni nel Regno Unito è riuscito a fare il visto in 6 giorni, e il visto vale 3 anni. In Italia non è riuscito a fare un bank account, insomma un conto bancario, e quindi ci è riuscito, ha detto non voglio più fare non voglio spendere il mio tempo a fare un conto in banca, e adesso lei è a Londra e sta cercando un affitto, quindi non con il programma di assistenza per i rifugiati. Ci sono tante persone che l'aiutano, e quindi insomma ha trovato tanta accoglienza anche lì.
I also can explain what in Poland happened in the beginning of the war. It also was so interesting how they just simple people started to make volunteer works, like volunteer organization, because when war started, of course, where you need Ukrainians to go to Poland. It's the closest border, closest country to Ukraine, and in first day, like 1,000 people go to Europe, go to Poland, like so many people, and just No, it in the beginning, Poland, it was not a government help. It was just simple people help to Ukrainians. And I
Okay.
watched an interview of one woman who helped to Ukrainian refugees in the beginning, and she said that if you watch TV, Polish TV, it's not true that government help. It's just simple people. It was interesting to help because it's important, and everyone was so scared because if Ukraine give up next country Poland or another country, so everyone was like, what is going on? We need to do something.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Valeria, what do you think about the Europe support for Ukraine, European support for Ukraine, in particular about the weapons?
So how I understand that now, since yesterday, Scholz, it's a prime minister of Germany,
Yeah.
or who the person who, in the beginning, he didn't want to give to us tanks, but now it works. Now we have more. We have tanks, Leopards, and other names of tanks. Unfortunately, I don't remember everything.
Abrams from
But
United States.
yes, and also we have. I mean, United States is one of the biggest country, very important for Ukraine, who helped us. If not United States, we will already. I mean, every Russian flag will be in every Ukrainian city, because because US gave to us tanks, military equipment, everything, a lot of money. Now we have the most important protection, like the most new, which calls Patriot, and he gave to us for $48 billion.
In your opinion, why United States help Ukraine a lot?
United States, because it's United States. It's just United States. I don't know what to explain.
They
It's
have
more,
so many weapons. So,
yeah, and they have
or money, maybe.
like, of course, money, soldiers, army, everything. But Ukrainians also try to do something. I have a very nice example how Ukrainians collect money for Bayraktars. Do you know what is it, Bayraktars? It's also military
The drones.
equipment. Yes, one one organization post a story that we are collecting money for Bayraktars, and it's a lot of money. Like, I don't remember amount, but millions money for Bayraktars, and we collect a couple millions hryvnias, Ukrainian currency, for 2 or 3 days, and then it was a day when these people wanted to buy Bayraktar, but they didn't do it because because the official page of Bayraktars posted, we are ready to give Bayraktars for free to Ukraine. Like, Bayraktar for free, just people post so many stories that we collect money, and now we have them.
So they gave it for free in the end.
Yeah, for free.
Okay.
And it was a big question. Ukrainian people ask to this organization, like, okay, if it's a gift, where you spend this money? But I mean, of course, money, it's always so useful, especially in war moments. So I'm sure that they used it in a nice way.
Yeah, now we'll do the translation so we can continue. Allora, prima lei ha detto che le persone normali, cioè che il supporto è stato gestito anche dalla Polonia e le persone normali semplicemente stavano dando una mano senza coordinamento governativo perché pensavano che poteva capitare anche a loro nei giorni successivi. Ivan ha chiesto cosa ne pensasse del supporto europeo all'Ucraina e ha detto che il supporto europeo, Valeria ha risposto che il supporto europeo c'è stato, ma senza il supporto degli Stati Uniti adesso ci sarebbe la bandiera russa in ogni città. Poi Ivan ha chiesto perché secondo lei gli Stati Uniti sono così generosi e aiutano così tanto, e Valeria ha risposto perché gli Stati Uniti sono gli Stati Uniti e hanno grande disponibilità di soldi e di militari. E poi Valeria ha raccontato come gli Stati Uniti come gli ucraini hanno fatto una campagna dal basso per raccogliere i soldi per i droni turchi Bayraktar, e un'organizzazione ha fatto una raccolta fondi, però poi alla fine che sono stati raccolti in 2 o 3 giorni, però poi alla fine questa organizzazione ha ricevuto i droni in maniera gratuita, e questo è buono perché così possono difendersi meglio.
Bene.
Valeria, we have a
Domande?
question for you from the chat. They really wanted to know if you play drums, if the drums we see in the back are
Yeah.
yours.
No, it's not mine. I live with musicians.
Dici quando siamo online? Okay, we are back.
We need more subs.
No, I would like yeah, we need more subs.
Sure, it would be
And
easier.
and I want to ask you about people talking about the peace, okay? And in Italy there are a group of people
Servono
who
più
thinks
PC
about
sub,
only the
ragazzi,
peace,
PC nuovo.
and it seems like Ukrainians don't want the peace, but it's not so, and it's Putin's fault. Putin's that it's a criminal war and is doing these things to Ukrainian people. So if you want to say what do you think about it, and explain to these people that it's important supporting Ukraine with weapons, with money, with all the help we can offer.
I can say so very, very short. If Ukraine will give up, it means that Russia will continue to take another territories, not only to another cities, because in the why war started? Actually, war started in 2014. Russia invaded Crimea and to another city which is close to Russia, Donetsk and Lugansk. Okay, I don't. Unfortunately, I was so young. It was 8 years ago, and I couldn't understand what happened. But now I can realize. And in February, Putin signed a paper. I don't know what is it. That's now these 2 cities, Russian Federation, which is bullshit. It's not true. Like it's like I can sign a paper that Paris is the capital of Ukraine. No, it's not true. And just why he started again to bomb Donetsk and Lugansk. And then no one expects that he will go to another cities. So now we have war now to protect our territories. We want to take back our Crimea, take back these 2 cities, Donetsk and Lugansk, because we don't want that Russia will be in Ukraine. Just why we ask for military equipment, for money, for everything. Because if we will give up, it means that Russia can invade another European countries. And it sounds horrible, but it's we are fighting for European Union. Many days because Ukraine want to be in European Union, and this whole awful situation because of Ukraine to want to grow up on the next level. We want to be separate of this Russian Federation who want to stay in Soviet Union whole their life. We wanted to be in European Union, but Putin doesn't like it. So it's a problem because of this sick person, Russian president. And if people from European Union don't understand why we continue to keep fighting, I mean, for me, I can't understand. If you, for example, you live in Italy, and one day, I don't know, Portugal decides that Milan and Rome need to be in Portugal. Like what? Just why everything? Because of territories. Like history, everything is repeat. Everything, nothing new. If like 100 to go, 500 to go, everything is the same because of territories.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are waiting for Francesco translation.
Sì,
Okay.
Thank
you, Francesco.
Francesca ha chiesto cosa risponderebbe alle tante persone che in Italia invocano la pace, però senza poi dire concretamente come aiutano la causa ucraina, e Valeria ha risposto che se l'Ucraina si lascia andare, la Russia non si fermerà, perché ha già invaso la Crimea e ha invaso anche Donetsk e Luhansk. Questa guerra è cominciata nel 2014, lei non se lo ricorda perché era più giovane e non sapeva cosa succedesse, ma adesso se ne è resa conto. A febbraio Putin ha firmato un decreto dove annette le regioni ucraine, ma è un foglio che non ha nessun valore. È come se qualcuno io firmassi un foglio, lei ha detto, dove Parigi è la capitale dell'Ucraina. Lei ha detto che gli ucraini non vogliono la Russia che sia fisicamente in Ucraina, e per questo chiedono soldi e equipaggiamenti, perché per difendere anche il principio che la Russia non possa invadere qualsiasi stato. E la volontà del popolo ucraino è di restare nell'Unione Europea e di entrare più vicino all'Occidente, e questo non va bene alla Russia. E poi ha detto che se i popoli dell'Unione Europea non capiscono il motivo per cui combattono, il paragone può essere che se domani il Portogallo invade l'Italia e decide che Milano è portoghese per delle caratteristiche storiche, la reazione del popolo italiano quale sarebbe? Quindi la battaglia, secondo lei, in questo momento è sul territorio, e è il motivo per cui si combattono sempre le battaglie.
And Valeria, do you know Sanremo, the Italian music festival? No, ok. Allora non gliela faccio proprio la domanda.
It's like a big festival every year in Italy for the Italian music, and the winner go to Eurovision. The last year won Ukrainian group, right? And this year there will be a speech from President Zelensky. And a lot of people, they are talking about this, if it's right or it's wrong to let Zelensky talk in a musician festival. So
Grazie,
And what,
Francesca.
this is, I think that,
what do you think about it?
yeah,
You
it's
support?
very famous in Italy, so many people see it, and there is a lot of attention in this week to the festival.
Okay, can you say me again the name of this festival? What's the name of this festival?
Sanremo.
Festival di Sanremo. S-A-N-R-E-M-O.
Okay. I will.
Yeah, it's
And
like
we-
Eurovision
Yeah,
Adesso si
style.
informerà e ne parlerà
It's
su
like
TikTok.
Eurovision, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it's a good occasion, I think, for Zelensky to speak to Italian people, to tell them how it's important supporting Ukraine in this situation.
Yeah, it's so yes, it's so useful and important, because most of the people maybe, and I like that it's in this festival people of our generation, like young generation, who need to be interested in politics. And yes, it's I can agree that it's important that he need to speak in events like this.
Ok, thank you.
Ok. Ma non doveva
Yes,
mostrare
I
anche delle foto, Francesca?
Sì, te le ho messe già nella presentazione, e te l'ho mandata anche su Telegram.
Okay.
Okay,
These are-
so
okay, these are
Valeria,
photos, yeah.
yeah, now I will say what are we doing. Quindi Valeria, oltre, cioè prima dell'inizio della guerra, il suo sogno era fare la fotografa e lavorare comunque nel settore dell'arte, e è riuscita a coltivare questa passione, questa sua vocazione anche durante la guerra, e anzi la guerra le ha dato l'ispirazione per fare delle foto. So Valeria, do you want to comment?
Yeah, I can explain. So
Yes.
it's Kharkiv. It's a city which close to Russian border, and as you see, this big building is also destroyed because rocket damaged, and Ukrainians decided to keep this rocket on this place, just like reminder that Russia is a terrorist of state, and so many visitors people who visit Kharkiv first time. It's like now it's a very popular place, which is really makes sense. And on this rocket you can see papers like advertisement of charity organization where you can donate.
Ok, allora questo è Kharkiv, è una città vicino alla Russia, e l'Ucraina ha deciso di tenere quel missile come come reminder, come ricordo che la Russia è uno stato terrorista e su quel missile ci sono delle lettere dove si può trovare degli indirizzi a cui fare donazioni per beneficenza.
Yeah, so it's blackout. How looks blackout in 21st century? Just a build. Maybe you see in the building you can see lights, but I decided to spend my time outside, listen music, and it was completely dark. I didn't see people, but you need to be very careful when you cross the road. You need to put flash on your phone like this to go if you want to cross the road to save your life and life of the driver. And in the beginning for me it was funny, like, wow, no light, so romantic. But after one day I noticed it's so uncomfortable, and when during the winter usually already dark at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and you just it's completely dark. But it's in my hometown. When I'm in Kiev, also blackout at my apartment. I didn't have light, and outside also like no light, and my whole apartment in candles. It sounds so romantic, but I was so depressed. Really, it's a nice atmosphere to make a suicide.
Ok, allora questo è un blackout sembra un blackout durante il XXI secolo, ci sono delle luci, ma però è buio. E, devi stare, lei è uscita e è stata attenta a attraversare la strada. All'inizio era romantico, ma non è comodo perché in inverno fa buio verso le 3 e le 4 del pomeriggio. E a Kiev invece durante un blackout hanno utilizzato le candele per illuminare la stanza, che è stato carino, però non è stato carino perché sembrava l'atmosfera perfetta per un suicidio.
It's also damaged building. What happened on March, so in the beginning of the war, and more than like 48 people died there.
Questo è un palazzo dove c'è stato un attacco e sono morte 48 persone.
48.
Yes, I decided to get inside of this building, and of course most of the building destroyed, and I just take a picture of kitchen, and you see like cups, pans, and milk. So life was there, but unfortunately now I don't know even where are these people.
Questo è dentro il palazzo che abbiamo visto prima, dentro qui, e c'era della vita, ma adesso non c'è più, presumibilmente.
Yeah, also it's a house, like you see these glasses of window because of the power of this rocket, everything was like I remember when it happened. I was not in bomb shelter. I was close to my house, like outside. I just recorded TikToks, and I remember I heard a sound like a very like it was so strong, but it was like, okay, where is it? I felt that it's somewhere close, but what is it? Maybe it's Ukrainian protection, because sometimes if you can hear something, it works like air defense Ukrainian, but no, it wasn't air defense. It was a Russian rocket.
Ok, ha detto che questo è sempre un palazzo distrutto e a volte quando senti il rumore lei era fuori casa e non sai se è l'esercito ucraino o russo, ma in questo caso era l'esercito russo.
Yeah, it's also another destroyed building. Yes, and no one lives there. So, and
I want to ask you about him, about his
Mhm.
home.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can tell. So how it happened? It also was in the beginning of the war. First of all, what happened with him? Now he has damaged house, but now he started to rebuild this house. I tried to collect money, and many people send me donations. I'm so thankful for that. But you know what I understand after, like during the war, what happened with me this year, if you have if your house destroyed or something what is physically destroyed, like building, I don't know, clothes are damaged, or what you have, what you can buy, it's not a problem. If you can't save human's life, it's a problem, because he had a son. He was 18. He's my cousin, and he died. And first, what happened? He lost his house. Second, he lost his cousin. And when when you can lose your, I don't know, like siblings, relatives, doesn't matter. It's more horrible than house. If you can pay for something, and you can take it, but you can never pay life. You can never buy life. No, yes.
Yeah.
Ha detto che questa era una foto. Is this actually a relative of yours?
He's my aunt.
Hang
He's
on.
Is
my
your
also.
aunt?
He's my godfather. Like
Godfather,
his
okay,
mother,
but-
like his aunt
Okay.
and godfather in the same.
Uncle
Mhm.
and godfather, ok.
Mhm.
Quindi allora
Ok.
lui è suo zio e il suo padrino, e ha detto che questa foto è simbolica perché è davanti alla casa distrutta, però la distruzione non è tanto nel materiale, ma lui ha perso suo figlio, che è suo cugino, e quindi queste cose chiaramente non verranno mai più restituite. But actually he died while the house was bombed, or he died like while fighting?
In another house. He has a dog, and their dog was in another house, the house of their friends, of my uncle's friends, and they decided to visit a dog. He wanted to see his dog, and then when they get inside of the house, they wanted to take something. I don't remember what. And in the same moment when they decided to go outside from the house, that just to leave the house, like in the maybe 1 minute more, 1 minute less, he can survive. But it happened. What happened?
So he died because he was trying to save the dog.
No, he died because rocket damaged house.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to go to he just wanted to go to house, yes, because he wanted to see his dog. But the main point is not a dog, it's a rocket. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
We are so sorry for this, for your loss. Also, the guys we have online right now are saying this. It's terrible.
So it's a place where all sport competitions and what it's also destroyed, how you see, but hopefully no one died in this place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's another picture also how it destroyed. Or
What is this actually? This I saw it also.
Yes,
I was wondering.
it's
Oh,
the
for
day.
charging.
Yes, it's the day when I leave Ukraine. I remember that we didn't have connection. We can't charge our phone at apartment, and people found chargers somewhere outside, and it was a big line where everyone charged their phones, power banks. I remember I can't charge my phone, and I charged my phone in the car because car have some power, and I charged my phone in the car. And yes, and it was so, for me it was like, what? It was a big line of people just charge their phone.
Sì, questo è una fila di persone che caricano il telefono perché non c'è elettricità, e di solito se no lo caricano in macchina, ha detto.
Yes, it's a hotel in my city, and it's also like it's a very big hall, like, and it's located in the city center of my city. And and every day I pass through this building when I came back to my country, to my city, I was like, oh my god, it's real! Like, it's real because it looks like an exhibition in museum. I remember I went to Auschwitz when I was 17 or 16. This camp,
Yeah, we have talked about this before.
Yeah, and for me, it's everything like the same. History repeated. I live in a very historical moment. It's what I noticed when I just go through these buildings and understand that after a couple years, so many tourists will visit my country and they just see what happened, but they never they never felt this in real life, never like didn't went through that, didn't go through that.
Questo è, lo traduco questo è la piazza centrale della sua città e ha detto che ogni volta che tornava si rendeva conto che è vero, sembra un montaggio, ma non è così. E lei è stata anche a Auschwitz a visitare e si sente di rivivere un po' quella storia, che la storia si ripete e lei è lì cioè lei e noi siamo lì per osservarla. Valeria, we have some question from the chat. One, they ask if you have seen the famous picture of the yellow kitchen in Dnipro after the shelling.
Yellow kitchen. No. I didn't.
Yeah, there was this picture with the
I don't know.
one shell building.
Can you explain again? Can you repeat again question?
So there was someone asked if you have seen the picture of the kitchen, the yellow kitchen in Dnipro.
I remember. So yes, it was insane when I saw it. So only one person died, was the father of the family. Is it?
Ah, ok. Ha detto che l'ha vista e che è morta solo una persona in quel caso. So we have another question. Would you like to come back to Ukraine, or would you like to start the career as a reporter in somewhere else in the world?
So I'm sure that this year war will not stop, and in the beginning, when it happened, I always dreamed that tomorrow war will end and I can come back to my country. But when I think about this every day, I can build my own life. I don't want to be focused on that. One day I come back to my country. Of course, I will do it. But now I try to settle down here, find apartment, find a proper job, and also everyone who meet me ask me this question: what is your plans? What are your plans in London? What you want to do? I mean, I don't know. I'm only 21. I can do everything.
We'll see.
How I can do only one thing.
Yeah, this is very much something that you should say, because it's like you're just 20 now, so you don't know, like everyone else in the world doesn't know when you're
People
20.
in my age just study and live with their parents and don't give a fuck what is going on in this world. Me, I'm completely another person. I read news every day. I try to I try to spread information about this Russian invasion. I try to support my country, give interviews. I don't know. I try to do everything what I can do. And when person asks you, what is your plans? What you wanna do? I was like, nothing. I just
What
wanna
I'm doing now,
eat.
like this.
What are you doing now, actually? Yeah, it's yeah. Quindi allora la risposta è che lei all'inizio sperava che la guerra finisse, e quindi secondo lei innanzitutto la guerra non finirà questo anno, e quindi all'inizio sperava che la guerra finisse ogni giorno, però poi si è resa conto che non poteva rimandare, quindi ha cominciato a fare quello a viaggiare, a continuare. Il suo sogno era sempre andare a Londra, quindi di stare lì, e comunque avendo solo 21 anni è indecisa come qualsiasi persona di 20 anni, anche se le persone della sua età nel resto del mondo studiano o vivono con i genitori, o adesso invece lei si dà da fare per leggere informazioni e cercare di fare anche di portare avanti la causa ucraina dal punto di vista dell'informazione. So we have one last set of photo that you sent us.
Yes, I want.
And it's about a picture of your...
Yes, one Ukrainian brand. You can show pictures and I can explain, or I can explain now.
Yeah,
Okay.
one moment, because I have to...
I just wanted to show it because it impressed me. It's a piece of art.
Ok.
Vuoi girare a me, France?
Un attimo.
So one Ukrainian brand, I have already collaborated with them. I make a shooting for them. They make a dress about the most. The most horrible moments what happened in my country, and it's handmade. Its dress was making like in. They spend. I have a paper. They show me. So the
Okay.
embroidery alone took 2,400 hours to complete, and a total of 36 kilometers of thread. So it's, for me, it's completely insane. It's a piece of art. For me, it needs to be somewhere in museum, in exhibition. And as you see, if you can more closer, it's what happened in Ukraine, how children say goodbye to their father, who's Ukrainian soldier. It's picture. It's very popular. What happened in Irpin when Irpin was bombed by Russian, and Russian soldiers raped people there. They did everything, and a lot of I also have a video in front of this place with cars. How it's like a big.
They were like on top of each other.
Yeah, like mountains of cars, because people just leave their country to their cars because they can't use it. It was so dangerous to go. And also here, can you up?
Se puoi andare sulla prima, Ivan. The one with the car, the families.
Yeah, as you see, first picture, as you see, children, how they sit in a bomb shelter. I really like this dress. I wanna post pictures on Instagram. I didn't do it, but I decided to show it to you. So
Nice.
yes,
Thank you.
I have it all. It's so nice. I like it.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's good, and also is in your style, like in Ukrainian style, no?
Yeah, here.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
wow.
Valeria, we have one last question for you that people are really passionate about it. So they said, of course, there are some law on conscription, no? And they say, like, if you have people of your age that you know that were presumably your friend that are on the battlefield now, and also women.
I watch a lot of interviews about girls who now in Ukrainian army, but I don't know them in real life. I have one friend who now in Ukrainian army, but he doesn't fight. He just I don't know, fix cars, or he's IT programmist, and he works with on computer. He's doing something like that, but I don't know people who fights in real life. I just know someone because I try to help them to collect money. But I know how people live there. I remember when I went from one Ukrainian city to Kiev, I slept in one train with Ukrainian soldiers, and how they talk with their conversations. They just talk about how they killed Russians, how they take their Russian tanks and they use it, because when they kill Russians, they can take military equipment. And usually when it's Russian tank, you have this letter Z or V. It's for Ukrainians, for us it's Nazi symbols, and how they paint them to Ukrainian flags. So also one Ukrainian soldier told me how he spent his time in Kherson, because Kherson was totally occupied by Russians, but now it's I cannot say that it's free, but now Ukrainians in some way can live there. Anyway, if in news you can read that Kherson is liberated, actually no. Well, one side of the Kherson, some Russians live and continue to kill Ukrainians. So everything is so complicated. Yeah, but so many men now in Ukrainian army. Like I remember in the beginning, it was big line to go to army. For me, it was a big surprise. I thought that maybe everyone wanna run away, but no, everyone want to just fight and protect territories and everything.
Okay, thank you. Allora, ha detto che non conosce nessuno sul fronte, ha un amico che è esperto di informatica, però sta più nelle retrovie, e lei è entrata in contatto con tante persone al fronte perché ha organizzato raccolte fondi, online, quindi insomma, ha comunque entrato in contatto con persone che combattono, ha anche dormito una volta in treno con dei soldati e i loro discorsi erano molto crudi nel raccontare come avevano ucciso i russi e come avevano anche poi preso i loro equipaggiamenti, che tra l'altro erano anche marchiati con la Z famosa o con la V, che comunque è un simbolo paragonabile alla svastica, e comunque c'è stato un forte trasporto dei soldati ucraini per arruolarsi, addirittura c'erano le file proprio per andare al fronte e difendere la propria patria. They say, Valeria, that you moved the hands like the Italians.
Okay. Devi ridere
It's
proprio
beautiful.
Mons.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. Okay. I don't know if there are any other question or from even chat. I don't know.
It's okay.
No? Okay. Okay.
Thank you
So we
so much,
can
Valeria.
let Valeria
Thank you
go.
so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
It's so
you.
great to see you again.
Yeah, I hope to see you again. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I see you again.
I hope so.
Na, 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 na,
Yeah.
na, na, na.
Okay, Francesco is back because he's frozen for like a second.
Yeah, I
And
was
thank
frozen,
you,
sorry.
Valeria.
Thank you
Ciao,
for
Valeria.
inviting.
No problem.
Have a nice day. Slava Ukraini.
Have a nice
Slava
day to you.
Ukraini.
Slava.
Always.
Always.
Bye.